Hi, hope everyone. My name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 178. In today's episode, we talk about my fiasco between broken PC, the health issues, classic, right? As well as lots of question and answers. We try to get caught up because we're like a month behind. A lot of interesting questions and answers from us, ranging from Rob 1v1ing a wolf to trying to think of the exact opposite of a question we had.
It's Final Fantasy progging.
yeah. And everything in between. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching and listening. And let's get into it.
Gentlemen, if you don't know, it's tax season here in the US, and you know what that means. It means that Manscaped is here to make sure your paperwork is done and your boys downstairs are having fun. Make sure you spend your tax return money on the more important things this year, like family, friends, and ball deodorant. Join the 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com at 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG. I never go anywhere without my travel kit provided by Manscaped. It's got the brand new Weed Whacker 2.0 ear nose hair trimmer. It's got skin safe technology on the Lawnmower 4.0. It has everything you want, plus ball deodorant. Ball deodorant. What more could you possibly want to spend your tax return on? The start of spring also marks the start of Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Manscaped has partnered with Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer prevention. So get 20% off plus free shipping with code GG at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code GG at manscaped.com. To get your money back this year, get your swagger back too with Manscaped. This podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. Kind of like when Christian and I got thrusted into content creation. You know, we really kind of didn't know anything about it, and our hobby suddenly became our job. And I talk about it a lot. My time at BetterHelp, they taught me a lot about the stresses of being a content creator and how to fix those things and good coping mechanisms, or I guess I should say healthy mechanisms. My time with BetterHelp, they were nothing but professional. They were on time, and if I didn't like a therapist, I could just switch anytime I wanted. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to fit your schedule. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/GG today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/GG.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 178. The catch up on all the Q&A questions because we are really behind episode, as well as the how much time do we have left over. We'll talk about
other stuff.
Yeah, that's the running title. Work in progress. We'll workshop it. But
so if you are listening live at the moment and you want to get in your question and want it for sure read, this will be the time to get it in, and then we'll be all caught up. We will be all caught up.
And then it won't be one or two questions from like 3 months ago are bad. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into it, I know I said we'll hop right into it.
Yeah.
I was going to tell just a quick story because I told Claire this, and this is the only time she's ever go, you got to tell the story in the podcast.
Oh,
probably because it's embarrassing to me or something.
Okay.
So if some people have noticed, some people comment on it. You especially catch it if I'm live streaming. But I have some tics, especially like facial tics. I'll do some weird things. A lot of people are always like, "What's wrong? Like, what is he doing with his eyebrows?" You know, I do yeah. And then I'm thinking about it, but especially it happens a lot when I'm eating. Sometimes when I'm really focused, and whenever, for whatever reason, I'm watching a TV show or a movie, and that's where the story comes in. So I always knew I had some tics, and I don't just have facial tics. I have tics all over my body, but pretty much the most noticeable.
What do you mean by that? Like you got a bunch of I imagine just ticks everywhere on you, like sucking your blood and stuff.
You can't understand, but
your pecs, your pec thing.
Well, I have that. I'll flex my hammies. Literally, pretty much any muscle on my body, I might be ticking. I don't know. It's a thing. I weirdly enough too. Maybe TMI. The ball sack's included. All right, it's a tick. Don't ask. Point is, got them all over my body, right? But what do people see all the time is my face, and I would say the most noticeable. It's my ball sack.
And that's where the story comes in. So Claire, that's
it's the only fruit. So it started. I always knew I had them. I always did, but I never really realized how weird it could be perceived, or sometimes how bad it got until college. I'm rooming a freshman year, rooming with my friend Corey. Great guy, love Corey. We're sitting there having a movie night. I think we were binging the Nolan Batman trilogy, of course. And I think I don't remember what it is. It might have been The Dark Knight. We're a little bit into it. And pretty late at night, pretty dark. He just pauses the movie like mid action scene or something. I'm like, well, like, is everything all right? Like, what's up? Like, you don't pause the movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Unless you're, maybe going to the bathroom, but I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
Because he's looking at me. Because I look over and he's like
dead staring at you, like.
Yeah. So it was like essentially, I had like my little mushroom chair. He had his desk chair. So we're kind of, and the TV's over here.
So a little peripheral, he can see you.
Like, yeah. And so normally, I'm over here. And so I'm like, dude, what's up? And he's like, just looking at me.
Oh, no, here, I'm you.
Okay. And then, oh, yeah. So this works.
Yeah.
And it's like, kind of like moving forward. I'm like, dude, what? He goes,
I'm just enjoying the movie. What?
He goes, are you all right? I'm like, what do you mean? Is your face. Like, what do you mean my face? And I kid you not, this is what he's like, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, I don't know, dude. You're over there. And you're like, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
Thought you were having like a seizure or like a spasm or something. And
I was like, dude, what are you talking? You're crazy. He goes, dude, you're doing it. I'm like, whatever, dude. Just play the movie. And the movie continues. And not even like a minute, he goes, there it is. And he pauses. He said, you're doing it right now. And I'm like, what? He pauses. I'm like, dude, you're crazy, dude. What are you talking about? Why are you coming after me like this? So now I'm thinking about it. And sure enough, the movie starts. And it's kind of going. And then I'm noticing, like, yeah, well, I'm going to do it. And then I look over and Corey's just sitting there like, just shaking his head like, uh-huh. And that's when I realized it's not normal. And it can get kind of next level. Especially when I'm like watching movies or stuff. Because I don't know what it is. But it's usually sometimes too when I'm just like doing something. But I'm also not moving. And sometimes the focus isn't anywhere. And so like the energy in my body has to go somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be sitting there like, I'll be doing like a whole thing. And then now I kind of know when I'm doing it. I can't stop it. But I'll just get into it. And it looks like I'm weakened.
I don't think I've ever noticed it though. Because like when I'm watching something, I'm not normally fixated on somebody around me.
Well, and usually
it's dark.
Yeah, it's dark and stuff. And you're just like sitting there. And so, yeah, because typically it's in movies, mainly movies, because like I'm zoned in, like there's nothing.
You're in the
else.
world, your immersion. Yeah, you're part of the world.
Like TV shows.
Sorry, your imagination sucks.
Yeah, but I'm there. And for some reason, my face is, and so yeah, that's when I learned that my tics can be a little bit, because that's the other thing is whenever I'm eating on stream, there's always at least one dude that goes, what's he doing with his eyebrows? Every time I have to explain.
I'm going to be honest. I noticed this a lot with you, but I assumed you already knew about it. And I kind of just assumed everybody already knew about it. So I'm a little shocked that everyone was like, what's he doing with his vape?
Well, I'm just surprised. Yeah, people are still finding out. Because
I can't move my eyebrows like that. Like, so like, I've always been kind of jealous of people that can like, see like that. No way.
I was just like, oh, he probably says a tick when he watches shit or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Everyone's got ticks. And then, damn, all right, damn. People are just like, Hey, bro, did you know that you have a fucking tick, bro? Did you know you have a tick?
I'm like, oh, sheesh, dude. I never realized. It's just I never realized at that moment how intense it could be in very specific situations. And so during Easter, when I was with my family, I asked him, I was like, does anybody else have like ticks, muscle ticks? Because years ago, I think I told the story where I asked him, does anybody count in their head?
Yeah.
And then everyone goes, oh, yeah, we do that. I'm like, what? How have we gone at the time, what, 24 years? And none of us have talked about this because it's not normal. People don't do this. And that's when they're like, it's not? And we're like, yeah, we all count step, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, I'm probably going to be like, hey, does anyone have muscle ticks? And then everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, I have muscle ticks. Everyone goes, huh? You do what? No, that's weird. Yeah. I'm like, all right, well,
All right.
I was hoping maybe find some mutuals, yeah, and some understand. Nope. I'm alone
so
on
now
that
you got to go to facetick.com. You know?
Yeah. There's others out there, I'm sure. Unfortunately, they're not my family. So feels bad. The only thing that can be a problem is they can be a little destructive. And by that I mean I've hurt myself because of my ticks. Because sometimes, like the way I describe it is like, you know, when your nose itches, like and you're like, I gotta scratch my nose. And it's like, if you think about not scratching it, it gets worse. That's what they feel like. But it's just random parts of my body. And so sometimes that itch is so bad and a couple ticks don't do it. So I have to, I gotta, it's, and then I sometimes like I'll cramp the muscle or, it's how I've seized my back once. So sometimes it's bad, but for the most part, it's usually just,
I heard you have back problems now.
Oh yeah, I do. Pinched my lower back. Not because of ticks. I don't know why, actually. I was literally just walking.
Can I see your brace?
Not wearing it right now.
Oh, okay.
Where is it?
I imagine it's like almost like a Lex Luthor body armor suit, if you will. That's what I imagine it.
It's not that extreme. Well, I have two. I've graduated to the less.
Congratulations.
Yeah, to the less
Congrats.
Big one, but I do have one that's like goes up like half your back, kind of down. But I have been wearing that for a while. The problem is, it hurts my tummy. Like it'll just it doesn't feel good. Well, because like I gotta like to really like get my back support when I need it, and so it just squishes on my tummy. And so like wearing it for an extended period of time, because like the first day I needed it like all the time. So like after like 10 hours, like like I don't think you're supposed to wear it that long. So I'm taking a break right now.
It's almost like a corsage.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a corset. So I know what it's like, ladies. Victorian ladies, I'm there.
Corsage is like the thing that goes on your wrist, right?
Yeah, corsage is.
It's been a while since I went to
prom, but yeah, what are you gonna do? So yeah, anyway, I was just walking. And the next step, I'm not walking. I'm on the floor. What happened? I don't know. But like mild muscle relaxers first few days, lots of rest. Well, actually, all right. Well, let's just get into it because you're like, okay, you pinched your back. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's Friday. Saturday, I get up. I'm like, okay, I don't know what all I'm going to be able to do, but let's see if I can sit at my office chair for a while. Maybe only an hour or two, but like, let's see what I can get done. At least get like a video up or something. Get to the thing. Working on my streaming PC. My gaming PC kind of starts like flickering or something, hitching, and I'm like, oh wait, what's going on over here? There must be like there's an update or something, and the screen just goes black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, did it just like restart?
Not a good sign.
Yeah, but I can see my keyboard and mouse. The lights are always on when the PC's on. The lights are still on. So the PC's on, and I can hear it going, but I can't see it. So I'm like, okay, maybe like a wire issue. That's weird. Monitor seems pretty new. It'd be weird if it's a monitor issue, but so I'm hobbling around, trying to like switch cables. Maybe it's different cables. Different cable didn't work. So I'm like, maybe it's the monitor. Plugging in a different monitor still doesn't work. I'm like, Okay, something, I think it's the computer at this point. My new gaming PC computer, by the way. And this is like the 4th issue. So I'm like, okay, troubleshooting time. Now, while I'm sitting there thinking about it, the screen comes on. But
Oh, yes.
now,
Saved.
BIOS error page. And it's hitting me with the, not just like error, it's like warning, your CPU is overheating. And I'm like, huh?
That's a screen like I've never seen before.
Me
like,
either.
You know, that's a.
So, in my hobbled state, like, I'm going into my PC, trying to like crouch down to see through the pain of what's happening. And I see the water cooler. It has like the little seal over the CPU. You see all the liquids going in it, except something weird's happening. It's bubbling. The water cooler over the CPU is bubbling. It's boiling. I'm like, uh-oh. That can't be good. So I take a quick video so I can show like
no way.
Yeah, well, I'll see if I can find it.
I would love to see it.
It's not that exciting if you don't know what
Yeah,
it normally
like,
looks like, but let me see there. You can't really catch it, but so over
Yeah.
here on the right, the contrast, but like that bubble moving first off, but then on the CPU, all these little bubbles in it, I just like,
Yeah.
and so I don't think like Discord really picks up much of the bit
It's
rate,
all right. It's all right.
but yeah, it's all on this left side, and I'm like, that's not normal. Take a quick video, and then as I'm putting the phone away to give it the PC, I kid you not, valve goes whip, water starts leaking out. Like, I'm like, ain't no way. So thank God I was right there. I mean, in my old man back brace, the spryest I could have possibly been. Like, freaking turn off. Turn the knob or the switch on the PSU, pull that out of the wall, take the window pane off, and I'm yelling to Claire, get the towels!
Yeah, get something.
And
like,
I hear her goes, oh no, what is it? She runs
Oh.
in, paper towels, boom, 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 trying to damage control. And I was like, what the fudge? So lucky that I was right there, because I kid you not, I spent 15 minutes troubleshooting, like, why can't I see my computer? So if it had happened at any point during that, I would have looked at my thing and it would have been a swimming pool. So thankfully I caught it right there. Good news. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
Gentlemen, if you don't know, it's tax season here in the US, and you know what that means. It means that Manscaped is here to make sure your paperwork is done and your boys downstairs are having fun. Make sure you spend your tax return money on the more important things this year, like family, friends, and ball deodorant. Join the 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com at 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG. I never go anywhere without my travel kit provided by Manscaped. It's got the brand new Weed Whacker 2.0 ear nose hair trimmer. It's got skin safe technology on the Lawnmower 4.0. It has everything you want, plus ball deodorant. Ball deodorant. What more could you possibly want to spend your tax return on? The start of spring also marks the start of Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Manscaped has partnered with Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer prevention. So get 20% off plus free shipping with code GG at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code GG at manscaped.com. To get your money back this year, get your swagger back too with Manscaped. You even were kind of like scared with the liquid cooling.
Yeah, I hate liquid cooling.
Like,
I freaking hate it.
I think, okay, so like, here's my thing with liquid cooling. I think like liquid cooling is cool, like if it's like inbuilt in its thing, like custom liquid cooling, where it's like you got to inject the goo and all that kind of stuff. That is no, thank you. I don't.
And so, but that's why it showed that screen. I'm sitting there like, bro, I got like Omega water cooling, 8 fans. I'm like, this must be some issue. There's no way. And that's when I saw it. And the Mobo actually has a little digital clock above it that'll tell you the temperature in Celsius. Normally it's like 32, 30, 20s, real low. Is it 99? because the digits, it's only 2 digits. It can't go higher. It was running at least over 200 Fahrenheit or something, which
Jesus.
anything above like 180, I think, is destructive, where like you're in trouble. You got to manage. So I was in catastrophic area. Then the water cooling starts leaking out. Wipe it all up. Good news is I was able to stop it all before any of it hit. Because thankfully, where it leaked was right over the GPU, but it's like upside down with like the hard shell cover. So all the liquid started hitting the hard shell cover, and I was like pulling it before it could go anywhere else. So it didn't hit anything, didn't fry anything.
That's good.
But then we have to take it out. We're like dismantling this whole custom cooling thing. They're trying to like walk me through it. I'm like on the ground dead. I have to tell Claire what to do. She's lifting the PC and stuff. And I'm like, what am I doing? I told him, like, you take this PC back, because like, why do I have all these issues when
why am I salvaging? Yeah,
I just got this thing. My back. I'm like, I ain't doing it. So I said, you know what, GG, go next. Right? Today's a wash. I'm gonna go lay down. Whatever. I got my backup computer. I didn't touch it at all because I was, I just know with my luck, I'm like, I need this thing.
Smart man.
And what do you know? I set that up on Sunday. Set it up. Get in. I'm able to sit for a little while. And as I'm sitting though, I'm setting up the computer, and like suddenly like some of the windows like moving like in the file documents. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but this feels weird. I'm feeling kind of sensitive right now. I don't know what's going on. Boom. Ow, I think I'm starting to get a headache. Boom. Oh, this isn't a headache because right here, I know. It's right in this spot. Whenever pain starts showing up there, it feels like someone's sitting there with a little dagger going. I go, this is a migraine. Sure enough, I start losing vision on my right eye. I'm like,
jeez,
I give up. It's like 11 in the morning on a Sunday. So between the messed up PC, my back, I'm now hobbling. Like, I'm telling him, like, I think I'm gonna migraine. I gotta go lay down. I go lay down in bed for hours. Let that go. That was my Sunday. And yeah, that was my little excursion. So good news is I don't have a migraine. PC still borked, but my back's a little bit better. I can walk.
It's no big deal. I'm just gonna have one of the worst days of my fucking life.
Yeah, well, it's just like,
good news.
What else, universe? Come on.
I will give you this, Mr. Fruit. The NFL draft is coming back next week, so you have that to look forward to. So.
Okay. Oh, I've been looking for something to hold on to.
Yeah, we need the NFL more than ever, I think. With how your back is going.
Maybe move up the draft a little bit,
See, like, imagine, like, you know what? Like, I'm decommissioned on that day, but at least you have 12 hours of commercial-free football starting now. So.
Well, and then Monday, this doesn't really make it worse, but it completely changed my thing because I'd worked ahead a little bit, thankfully. And I was like, all right, I got a little bit of a cushion. Except Monday, that, like, boom, you get in your stomach.
Yeah.
I get the boom, and I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I check. Super dope. Horizon, Forbidden West, new DLC. Sony's partnering with me, doing a sponsored video for the DLC.
You had to get you had to get to some point.
So right? I'm like, sick. Yeah. And that's when I'm like, wait a second. I messaged my manager, Paul. Like, Paul, when do they need this in for review? I'm like, when's the deadline? Spoilers, real soon. And the DLC releases Wednesday at the time of this podcast, 4 or 5 days ago. I'm like, And when can I access the DLC during the game? Like how far do I need to get? Because, like, for instance, like Ghost of Tsushima came out with DLC. Once you beat like the second main story, you could go there anytime. So I'm like, okay, like, just what point do I need to get to? Oh, you need to beat the game. Okay. What if I tell you I have like 2 hours playtime? So what have I been doing this week? Trying to turbo through Horizon, which is so sad because it's such a good game. And I'm having to sit there like, No, just go to the main quest. We can't go off. Look at all that. That looks fun, doesn't it? You can't.
Yeah.
You got to do that, and it's against the very essence
You're
of who
breaking
I
every
am.
code.
Yeah, it physically hurts me. My being is acting up, and so that's what I've been doing all week. And I think I'm like 50%. I don't even know. So
I
we're
do see you
trying.
playing that League of Legends game as well.
Well, that was the other problem. That game came out, and so I was like, well, I have to beat this super quick. Super cool game, but also took 2 days.
Yeah.
So, it's been a week. But, hey, what are you going to do? That's life. On to the next one. Just like, we'll go on to the next question, because I didn't mean to go on so long.
You're good. So just to kind of put this in perspective, we are on March 25th for questions.
Okay. We got a month.
For Mr. Fruit from Johnny Appleseed. But for everyone else as well. I met someone a while back and we were going to be moving in together soon, and I introduced her to the Dream Team and Extended Dream Team, and she loves all your guys' content. Sadly, she gets motion sick really easily, so she can't watch FPS games. I'm debating if she should want to try to power through PokeWatch. But I was wondering, what content series would you want someone new to your channel to watch to get to know the mirthful miracle that is the Dream Team and Extended Dream Team?
She probably wouldn't be able
What
to
a
watch
question.
TTT then. Huh?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like,
Man.
I mean, I think it's just to anybody, not to necessarily his girlfriend, but just to somebody new to the channel, to like introduce them to everybody.
I feel like one of them would have to probably be TTT.
Yeah.
You get to see everybody, kind of all their personalities, how they interact, and then also different moments. Like, everybody's had a moment. Everyone has their content or whatever occasionally. The highs and the lows all through TTT.
I will say, in my opinion, mine is also TTT, but Among Us. Now, I know Among Us had that whole little like fever dream moment, but like if she's not really great at handling motion,
yeah.
Among Us is also basically a good way to see our personalities, see how we work, but without the whole, big motion moment.
It's just the only problem about Among Us until like towards the end, I forget when we did it, is 90% of matches are my monologue. You only get to see everyone come together during the meetings, which is fun, chaos. But that's like why TTT, like I think, like we went away from proxy chat. I think the fun of it, even though it takes some metagaming where like you can hear everyone all the time, but I think that also plays being able, everyone's playing off each other all the time. So I think like if you could probably do like proxy chat Among Us, I think we did some of that. You can get more of it, but you only really get to see me monologuing for a lot of it.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
I think any of your
thing.
PokeWatch series. I think like the Blue series, Joey.
Any
me and
PokeWatch,
Joey.
any PokeWatch video except I think there's one where I played as like a Pokemon. It was like a Halloween one. Probably not that one because then I'm actually. But otherwise, yeah, I'm like a camera.
Because I'm actually.
But yeah, I agree. PokeWatch.
Yeah.
What other ones? I think.
I mean,
Golf It
the
to a
Pokemon
degree.
series.
Ooh, Golf
Yeah,
It's
Golf
a
It.
great one.
Golf It's fun.
Also, Pokemon Stadium Win. Like,
Oh yeah,
Oh
it's
my
coming out
God.
on Switch.
I saw
right?
everyone was really mad that they can't like put in their like GameCube Pokemon or whatever it is, or Game Boy. Get real, all right? I never did that in Stadium, and it was still sick.
Well, you think they're gonna like? We're gonna bring
Yeah,
it back,
like-
and now we need the compatibility with.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
shot. Yeah, no.
Come on, bro. It's like
Yeah,
it's been like
people were, like,
20
mad.
years.
like it's ruined. Like, what are you
It's been
talking
20
about? Just
years.
rent
They were never gonna do that, bro. Come on.
Yeah, just rent the Pokemon, bro.
Yeah, that would be it. I'd be interested. At least video viewers can do it. To comment down below what you guys think, because you guys might have completely different ideas. Like Rust is good, but you don't. I'm trying to think of something where you see pretty much everybody.
Rust can get pretty motion
Well,
intensive.
well, that too. But because like Rust season 2, we somehow worked almost everyone into it, but for the most part, it's only us three. And I think like
Yeah.
if you wanted to,
I mean, Fruit Summit as well. Like we're kind of
true.
kind of
Great
forgetting that.
content. Yeah, Fruit
Yeah,
Summit is
actually,
amazing content.
it's
I'd probably
very
say that.
different content, but I think that would probably be the best way, really, to get pretty much everybody.
At this point, just all of the videos.
Yeah, anyone.
We'll move on. How says was just playing Division 1 again, and got into survival games. I forgot how much fun it was. So I was wondering and thought it could actually work pretty well in Destiny 2 climate. What are your guys' thoughts? I mean, I think we've had this dark zone. I don't know. That'll never happen. Like
I don't think it'll work in D2, personally.
Yeah, none. How would they even do it?
I think with Division it works so well because the entire game is based around exploration and like being, interacting with the map. D2 is a good game for loot. And the map is nice, but like there's no map interaction. Like you're in very small instance zones. The reason Divisions work so well, the glue that held it, is because the world is so big and it's one big map that you go through. And I don't even know if Bungie could manage like having a big sandbox map that people just like play in. To be honest,
because the difference is the Division. They have to make a map. It's one plane.
yeah.
Movement is minimal. They have so many things to design around, but now you throw in Destiny sandbox and space magic and all that kind of stuff. That's a balancing nightmare of trying to figure out like what should the map look like and how should it flow, because now there's
the verticality alone is a whole new challenge for them.
I mean, maybe there's a way, but they're never going to do it. And if they were going to do it, they do it in a different game. Sort of seemingly like what they're doing with this like marathon, not confirmed, but sort of confirmed, extraction shooter. But it's funny you mention that because yesterday was a showcase of the Division
420.
That as well.
Also
You're not wrong. The Division showcase for the Division 2, the Division Heartland, and the Division Resurgence or something. The Division Resurgence, I didn't see anything. Might have missed it. I think it's a mobile game. I don't really think they have any information on it. The Division 2, they announced some things I didn't watch. I'm glad it's still getting updates. That's cool. But I watched it to see because they were finally going to reveal the Division Heartland. Well, and they did reveal it. Gameplay reveal. And it is a free-to-play PvEVP survival shooter where they said they wanted to take the idea of survival, expand upon it. The weird thing is that they didn't answer many questions. They sort of...
Yeah, exactly.
They sort of showed, but I also don't really know still. Because while it is that there's a base of operations everybody has, you upgrade it, sort of seeming like what you did in like the Division 2. There's missions, from what I can tell, that like seemingly you launch and load into with friends. And then they mention at night is when things get like, because it's like a day-night cycle in this place, you have to, instead of like cold for this one, you do have to worry about dehydration. Like you want to make sure you can find uncontaminated water. There's loot. There's instead of a dark zone, there's contaminated zones of this virus or whatever that you'll need like filters and stuff, so you can only stay in with so many times. But just like the dark zone, higher tier loot there. And then they say at nighttime, like harder enemies, bosses will come out, and then they say rogue agents because they did say PvP. So again, they didn't really specify. So my understanding, or what it seems like, is you'll essentially launch a mission. And I think it'll be a self-contained instance with you and your co-op friends probably. Until nighttime, where I think they'll blend instances seemingly. That's when you'll find other players. and you have to, I think, extract by like before the next day or something. I don't know, but it's their attempt at evolving the shooter because like you take the loot back, you can use it into your next run, you upgrade things, you buy things, you sell things, blah blah blah. The idea seems cool, and I'm interested to see where it goes, but I still have so many questions, and they didn't release any sort of date as well. It's still just like signed up for a closed beta for testing. And the weird thing too, it's like graphically looks exactly like Division 2 when Division 2 released 6 years ago or whatever, which is strange. But other than that, the idea and the premise of, hey, survival, we like that, and we're going to try and expand it to make it its own whole thing, sounds cool. We'll see when we actually get to play.
Okay.
But
well,
it's just like, Blue and I were like, hey, we'd like to see this. So they're trying. So I'll give it a shot. I'd like to be surprised.
Fluffy Manticore, for Blue, Final Fantasy question. What do you think of TOP, and more specifically, what do you think of Omega F? And then they did like an evil Pepe, like scheming kind of face.
Well, we all know Omega F is the ultimate waifu, the ultimate mother, one of the greatest waifus ever created in history of mankind. It's just irrefutable.
Omega F?
No.
Yeah, Omega F. Oh, Omega F. Oh my god. What was I saying?
Okay.
Nothing, actually.
I get why people like Omega F.
Top was very okay. For those of you that don't know, Top is the Omega Protocol, which is basically the ultimate version of the Omega storyline raid series. It's very okay. You do fight her.
Oh.
It's a very okay fight. I feel like the design philosophy behind it was just not good. Coming off of DSR, which was so amazing, and just narratively, mechanics wise, it's just punishing in all the right ways, difficult in all the right ways. And Top just felt like Top wasn't difficult in a sense. It's difficult in how random it is. So yeah, I don't know. It was okay. Definitely not my favorite fight. Probably not even in my top 3 ultimates.
Smells.
I'm always happy seeing more ultimates, and yes, we did get a good. We get to fight our Pogu's waifu, but yeah, I don't know. It's okay.
We really want to finish her, though. Is the question. I think we should all be asking.
Yes, we do.
Muzzy, what is your biggest gripe / grievance about Destiny 2 PvP?
Everything.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit you with the CBA, mate.
You just can't be asked.
I
don't make it fun enough. I just don't care enough.
Yeah, I just don't care. I don't have the same investment that I did. So I don't know. I think I've said it. If I'm looking for a PvP fix now, I go elsewhere. And I play Destiny.
You finally hit the level I was at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just took you.
Where it's just like, I have accepted what it is. It will never be what I want it to be. And I mean, to be fair, no game will. But I just know what to expect from it. I've stopped pretending that it will become what I want. And yeah, I just don't really I have no investment in it. So it's sort of like what's going on over there? Oh, that's crazy. Good luck with that. I don't know.
Zoes. Hey guys, a question for Fruit. Are you going to do a Let's Play on Diablo 4 when it comes out? Love seeing your 3-hour uncut vid, so keen to see if you decided to play or upload the gameplay. Also, Robin, Blue, do you plan on playing?
No, you guys answer first.
I've looked at gameplay and stuff, and people are already at 25, and when they're going to start, the people that actually are excited to play it, when they start, they're going to be 25, and I'm going to...
Well, no, I think... I'm pretty sure it wipes.
Oh, does it? I thought...
I don't think progression carries over.
I thought it progressed. Like at least up to 20 or something like that.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
that's a good question.
Um,
I was in it. I just thought it would wipe. I don't know.
Oh, see, I was under the impression that it wasn't wiping, and you got
Well,
like at least because I
let's look
feel
up.
like 25 was the max, and then it gave you like at least the 20.
Reveals that gamers who played in the first beta won't be able to carry the price over.
Oh, okay.
What carries
I
over
thought
from the Diablo 4 beta? Not carry over to the full release of the game. There
okay. So I was misunderstood or mistaken. But maybe like if Christian's like it's really sick, like let's just grind it out to see what it's like. I'll do it. Like, yeah. When does it come out?
June. Well, that's what I was looking up. I think June 6th.
Yeah, it kind of
Well,
also
see,
depends like what's
I
around
think.
then.
Well, yeah, I think because Joey and I had asked you or something, and you said like, I looked it up and it just doesn't look like my kind of game.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like it's a certain game style and gameplay, and it is like the thing too about Diablo, for instance, is like it's not like I'll pick it up for 2 hours and really understand what I'm getting into. It's a hit max level, start getting good gear, and then you really get a feel for what like Diablo is. Sort of like Destiny. It would be like, hey bro, you want Destiny? Like back in the day, it'd be like play 2 hours of like the Red War campaign. You'll get a good understanding while you're using green and blue weapons. You don't have all your subclasses, no armor mods, blah blah blah. That's sort of what it is, where it's like you can't really get a taste. And I also, knowing that you're already hesitant, I wouldn't be like, hey Rob, let's grind 100 hours or something to get to that for you to just be like, yeah, this isn't it,
Yeah.
Wouldn't do that.
Blue, are you playing?
ARPGs just never really like, I don't know, vibe with me. I feel like I'm controlling a unit versus like my character, and I've just never been into. I don't know. It just takes me out. I don't feel immersed. I don't feel. I don't feel like I'm playing like Pogger's video game. So maybe I got Zoomer brain for that, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't really appeal to me. So
I will be playing it, especially because never really played ARPGs or really had any experience. The closest would be like indie games or something. Ironically, kind of close to like a MOBA. It's like the closest I've really come to like an ARPG. So I want to try it. I had fun in the beta. I don't know like how long it'll be, blah blah blah. The other thing, I just have to look at June 6th, what's coming out there. Around then, what are my plans? Because even just like talking with Rob about that is like, I feel like I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna boot up Diablo for like 2 hours today and maybe get to it the next day. I feel like it's like I gotta either go all in,
Yeah, like
or nah. So we'll see. It might also depend. I think Joey might play it, but if Joey doesn't, I don't know if I want to do the whole thing solo. So I don't know. But right now, I would say the idea is to do a playthrough. Yeah. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
this podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. Kind of like when Christian and I got thrusted into content creation. We really kind of didn't know anything about it, and our hobby suddenly became our job. And I talk about it a lot. My time at BetterHelp, they taught me a lot about the stresses of being a content creator and how to fix those things and good coping mechanisms, or I guess I should say healthy mechanisms. My time with BetterHelp, they were nothing but professional. They were on time, and if I didn't like a therapist, I could just switch anytime I wanted. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to fit your schedule. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/GG today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/GG. Chimp Simp It says, hey y'all, sorry for cheating and asking 2 questions, but I recently went through a very tough family loss and was curious if you had any advice. At the same time, I'm having a lot of troubles, issues with my job, and them overworking me and underpaying me at a very demanding job. Just curious if you had any advice, and sorry for sounding like a complainer or anything like that. Much love, less than 3. Um, um, Advice I'd give, God, it gets better, I think. Especially if you think like you're at like the very bottom, like it can only go up, right? So just kind of keeping having that mindset. Um, and in terms of like the loss, he may have been just a cat, but like he was more than a cat to me. Like, I literally cry about Max like every other day still. So, there's nothing wrong with that. But like it's like a good thing, So I don't know, cry when you cry. I don't know. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I mean, like everyone goes through grief a different way, and for some of us, grief is a very long process. For others, it's short. For some people, like grief is a lifetime type thing. So you never know. Don't feel guilty that you're grieving your cat. You know what I mean? Like, end of the day, that was your ride or die, dude. But yeah, life gets better. Um, Weird hearing it coming from me, but you gotta live life knowing you have to live life like at least thinking like, damn, well, whatever happens tomorrow, like who knows? It could be the big turnaround for me, like I
Yeah.
don't know. Life's definitely worth living. Um, Live it knowing that tomorrow can be a better day. Have some hope because oftentimes it's warranted. You're gonna be fine, big guy. I believe in you. Just take it a day at a time and never feel guilty that you grieve, like the way you're grieving or feeling bad. We all deserve to wallow in it for a little while. You know what I mean? We all deserve to have a moment where we're just like, you know what? I want to feel like shit today. So that's what I'm going to fucking do.
Sometimes you need a good cry. What it's worth,
Exactly.
I'm already devastated about my dogs, and
Eight,
they're 4 and
bro.
5. All right, so
Yep.
like, hey, I get it. I will be destroyed, and I also know, even Claire and I were talking about it. Like, um, we know we'll get another dog. They'll never be the same. They won't replace them. But like, it's just to us like a house without a like a dog or a pet. It just feels empty.
It
So
did.
like, I'm not gonna replace them because I know like they're their own little people. They have their own personalities. They are who they are. I'm gonna hate it, and then it'll be tough forever. But hopefully, and usually, the farther along and the more you reflect, the reflections feel better than they do worse. Like at some point, the sad things will become happy things. Um, as far as like what things to look forward to, it's dumb, but I see life like I do Gamba. All right, now hear me out.
Exactly.
Hey, tomorrow you hit the jackpot, bro. You got the 1% drop, dude. Or maybe you hit like the 40%. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of those days. Or you know what? I'm in my part of my life where I open up a CS:GO case that costs way too much, but
Whoa.
there was the odds of hitting that knife. But I got some random, uncommon pistols. Like, who cares about this, right? Unlucky. You roll it again, and that's it. It's like now sucks, but hey, tomorrow you roll again. You never know. So I always see it as, you know, it'll be good, it'll be bad, it'll be everything in between. But the the sad moments and the downtrodden moments are how you know when you're having good moments, because otherwise you wouldn't have anything to compare it to. So you exist with it, you live with it, and then you appreciate when things are going the other way.
Wisdom from fruit.
Um,
I do want to
Okay.
say the cheesiest, so cheesy and so dumb, but it actually gets me through a lot of grief is like like, shout out WandaVision. Vision, Android boy. He's just like, hey, what is love? Or what is grief if not love persevering? And it's like, he's got to remember that. Like when you're grieving, it's like you're grieving over like that love that you had, and that love that you had was worth it. Like
that. Like
eventually
I'll be
the
devastated,
love. Exactly. Boomy goes one day, I'll be devastated. But like you'll look back and be like, damn, like I wouldn't change anything. I had a life with that dog. That dog got to hang out with me. We had dope times. Like life was good.
Carson says, "What drug would you guys try once if it guaranteed you would not get affected and have no addicted and have no side effects?" And Mr. Fruit, you have to answer this. Yeah, like as if you're like, no, like,
ooh, drugs.
No. I guess meth. Like if it's the one that like people ruin their lives over.
Yeah,
and,
we're
like,
just
will
really going
do-
for it.
What's the golden goose? Do that one.
Yeah, like first, like the one they say is the most addictive, and the one that is like the
Craziest
Like,
high?
why not?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like let me see what Heisenberg was cooking.
But see, this is where it's like, but how would you guarantee you don't get addicted? Because the whole point is,
It's a
if you
genie,
remember
I
the
don't know.
experience and you look back, then you remember that high, and then you're like, that was crazy. I want to get that again. Yeah, that's just where it's like, but how do you not?
But then, like, it could do the reverse side effect where I think of my high when I was on acid and I go, I never want
yeah,
that to happen again.
Yeah, I guess something like that. I don't know. Like, is PCP the same thing as meth?
No, I don't think
I don't know,
so.
something
But
like that. It's something crazy.
PCP is like acid.
Yeah, something where like a crackhead would kill for. Sure, give me that.
Mr. Westlo?
If you're going, might as well go for the moon.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh my god! You know what? If we're going for it, everyone talks about heroin, and it's like people are like the blackout, and I'm just like, bro, I'm not doing that ever. So like, if it was just like one and done, free, no consequences. Hey, you know what?
Heroin.
I'm shooting it up, baby.
Just some cash. Just something cash.
Casual Wednesday night.
What'd you do last night?
Genie came over and said I could do any drug that I could do for like.
Let's shoot some fucking heroin, guys.
So I picked heroin.
Starting to think it wasn't a genie.
It is such a scary word, like whoever invented heroin was like, we got to make like a scary ass word for this shit. Like heroin. Like I hear that, I'm like, whoa, like that's a scary word.
There's a
They're
reflex
like,
right
hey, what do you guys want? What do you guys want to try today? I don't know, maybe some Taco Bell. I'm thinking about meth. Yo, y'all guys want to try some heroin?
Yeah, see, like even meth, like
the soundboard. Oh, no.
This Discord got the sounds available to it.
Yeah, how did this get it?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh no. Okay, so for the audio listeners, BlueWestlo now has the ability to add soundboards. So now I feel like we're a true radio show
Yeah.
where it's more so like Christian and I on the main microphone. And then you have Blue, the soundboard kind of dude that chimes in every now and then and has a soundboard that Yeah. So let us know in the comments below if you think it's something that we should go with moving forward. And what sounds we should have.
I feel like it'll
guys.
Be like,
guys, I think something's
it.
wrong with my Fortnite client.
Oh my god! Yeah, on a podcast.
Yeah, somebody is in their car right now. They just crashed.
Oh
You have to go back and edit that.
Man,
See, the comments will be like,
too much power.
Yeah, they'll be like, dude, do it. Next episode, 8 times the comments. We take it back, bro. Don't do it. Don't,
you get given Blue too much.
In the car,
we are now in our soundboard era. Oh my god, we're truly in a new era.
What do you? What was the question? Did we answer it?
No, I hadn't done it yet. Blue was like, real quick.
So, anyways, yeah, my answer is heroin.
Oh,
Space.com Witness versus Warrior of Light.
Oh my god, Warrior of Light clears easy. Not even close.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
our
this a
Warrior of
Final
Light
Fantasy
clears.
thing?
Yeah, our Warrior of Light clears Witness. Not even close.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big baddie or something.
Crystal, how do you recover from the gym? I've been back in the gym for the past 2 weeks, and man, does my body hurt. Any advice on what kind of stretches or supplements? I'm a piece of shit, and I haven't been working out forever, so don't ask me.
I was getting in the groove. Universe told me no. First thing is, when you keep at it, you'll like almost forget which sore is. Your body will
Yeah.
adapt. It gets to the point where like it's just the threshold to get you to where you were. Like the day one gym weakness or soreness you get coming back after a while, or your very first time, like you it's almost impossible to get that ever again. So you kind of enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Because then you're gonna miss it. Because then sometimes you're like, bro, you hit something real hard, you can kind of get sore. But your body adapts the longer you do it. So that's the one thing that's tough for people who start the gym. They quit because they think this is like, how do you do this every day? I feel terrible. I can't do this. Well, the reality is you don't have to. You got to get through it. That's the part that kind of sucks. And there's no like miracle of like, oh, just don't be sore, bro. You're gonna be a little sore. As far as supplements, I'm not really the good guy to I don't really do supplements of any kind. Never have. I have enough wrong in my body. I don't know. I just don't want to throw things in there on the off chance, you know. I'm already messed up.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, so I mean, you could do like the basic thing, like some amino acids, good branch chain amino acids. You can get that in a whole bunch of stuff. BCAA, look for that. You can even get a lot of protein powder with the BCAAs, like some L-glutamine, like the basics. There might be something that specifically targets soreness, but I'm not sure. Aside from that, would be stretching, as well as warming up before. That will help offset some of the soreness. And my advice there is before you work out, do static stretches. And then after workout, do dynamic stretches. So before workout, stretches where you hold something, you don't move. Yes, Rob?
What if stretching is boring and you get bored when you stretch and you just want to get on with your day?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I get bored. Sometimes I don't stretch. And ironically, you know, if anything ever goes wrong, it's usually the days I don't stretch. So it's more of like a
Suck it up and stretch.
It's
I
lesser
hate it.
evil, yeah. Like you just sometimes maybe you can find some fun ways to really, but for the most part, it's stretch and then stretch later, and that's especially the later part. That's if you're trying to avoid soreness, and obviously helps with injuries. But that, and then the one secret isn't really secret, but you have to do nothing with. Drink lots of water. Lots of water. Stay hydrated. Lots of water. And that'll help. And I'm not capping. Drink a lot of water.
Blemish says, "Hey guys, fun question. What is your ideal dream team fan meet be like? Where would it be? What would y'all have to do with fans, barbecue, arcade, etc.?"
Oh, an arcade would be sick.
I don't know if I want to get bodied though by all of our fans.
Oh,
I'm showing
dude.
I'm showing our fans the hands.
Wait,
They're
real
getting
quick, side
shredded.
tangent. So wait, speaking of getting bodied by fans, so I went to like a high school this weekend. Sydney's mom like works in like the school district, and there was like an esports club, and I went to go
And you
like
watched him,
meet
right?
like yeah, no. So like would you guys believe like what would you guys guess is like the biggest like esports club if you didn't see my tweet?
Oh, I think I did see your tweet. I had to, but I don't
Oh,
remember.
wait.
If I
Okay,
had
hold
to,
on.
Like
The biggest
at high
esports
school
scene at
today,
the
like
high school.
yeah, like what is the biggest like game they play and they want to be like good at?
I would probably say
I was pretty surprised by the.
I'm actually gonna say I think high school, because high school isn't always where you have the most investment. It would probably be something easy to get into. So I would probably say something like Fortnite or Smash.
I would say if I didn't see your tweet, I probably would have said either Valorant or Fortnite. That would have been my guess.
But it's Smash, dude. Everybody there was playing Smash.
Smash is
But-
easy to get into. It's
That was the
social.
first question. They I told them like being a content creator and like that I like, you know, do stuff and like they had like the first question was, do you play Smash? Are you good at Smash? And it was like I was like, yeah, it was like cue the sound effect, blew the doom.
Boom.
It was like, yeah, I just was like,
Oh my god, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the
yeah,
We didn't
like
hit all that,
that-
but yeah, sure.
that's what they
It's in a dialogue.
kind of said. That's what they saw when they saw my Kirby, because they go, because I go, who's the best? I go, who's the best? You know, I
Look
go,
at 'em.
like, yeah, and they go, oh, Porter's Cloud is the best. And Porter's just like, yeah, yeah. Porter's like a, I don't know, just a freshman who plays Cloud, and
I
so
imagine
like, we're
you
playing,
sit down.
bro.
So what kind of items you want? Pokeball? I'm thinking 3-minute timer.
So he picks Cloud and I'm like, how long have you been like playing Cloud? And he goes, oh, I picked him up like 2 weeks ago. He's like not really my main, but he's fun to play. And I go, oh. And when I tell you, like, I was like expecting kind of like blue level, kind of like, I think he's like a little higher than blue because I don't know. Maybe if blue like tried his Omega hardest on his main, like back in prime blue era, he like,
Yeah, I'm out of practice. So
Mm-hmm.
like the first stock I didn't hit him once, but like he was just cooking me, like
To
doing
be
all
fair,
kinds of stuff.
that's a bad matchup for Kirby.
Is it?
Floaties always struggle.
arguably
especially with-
the worst matchup for
yes,
Kirby.
sorties, the disjoints.
Yeah.
is-
But I got 3 stocked. Got absolutely pwned.
But you put some percent in, right? It wasn't a JV4
Yeah.
somehow.
But I was basically like, so like their whole scene, their whole esports clubs revolves around Smash. Like they play the local like other high schools in Smash tourneys like every month, and there's like a leaderboard and stuff like that. Pretty sick. Did we ever have stuff like that?
No.
Video games were still kind of. We were just getting out of like the. I can tell people I play video games, and like, not get made fun of.
I will
As
get
long as it's-
ostracized for it.
As long as it's not like Call of Duty or Madden.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
esports nowadays too, like that's part of like high school not curriculum, what's after school activities? What word?
Extracurricular.
Bro, can I
Extracurricular,
tell
there
you?
go.
Can I tell you one
like
thing that
esports is
happened?
extracurricular now. Oh, go on.
So like one like girl like walks up and goes like, how old are you? And I go, I'm 28. And like, bro, the look on their fucking faces when I said 28, I may have well said I was fucking 79. Like they were like, one kid legit said like, so you were live during 9/11? I was like, damn, like I'm getting cooked out here. Like I guess I just got 3 stocked over there by fucking what's his face. Now I'm getting pwned by you.
Well,
Why did I come to this?
well, I mean that's great. They were probably all born after like 2005. That's kind of crazy.
And most of them were freshmen and sophomores, so most of them were
Like
probably like
2007,
what,
2008?
14, 15?
Sheesh. Yeah, you could tell them now, and they'd be like, "Yeah, you're a 9/11 vet. You're not wrong."
Yeah, like it was a good time. So I'm gonna go back and play some more Smash. I asked if any of them played CS, and none of them said anything.
All right,
There was one
You
kid
didn't
in
have
the
to tell
back.
us your age.
There was one kid in the back that like you could tell that didn't play Smash. Like one thing I didn't do that like I kind of know to do when you're like a guest speaker in that kind of environment is forcing yourself into like into a conversation with a kid who clearly is just there to be like, you know, because I told them about the lunch bunch back in the day, Mr. Fruit,
Yeah.
that our esports club was the lunch bunch,
I'm trying to
where we
figure out
played.
what games we can crack
Yeah.
and download onto the school computers.
Yeah. Exactly. And dude, another thing that I thought was wild, okay? You guys know how when we like rolled in TVs, they were like, even like when we were in school, they were still kind of the boxy TVs. Bro, they got TV, like flat screen TVs on wheels now.
It might be the
these days.
holograms. They just
It was crazy. And then like I went into a room, it was like the biggest classroom I think I've ever seen. And I go like, what is this classroom used for? Like explosions? And the teacher goes like, no, like personal finance. What the fuck? Like first of all, I'm glad that's offered at this school. Everybody should take that.
That must be nice.
Because I don't ever think we had a personal finance class in high school.
You got to go to the personal finance class, and then you got to realize how the older generations are boning you, and you have nothing to look forward to, and you're like, sick.
Yeah, okay, but that was my tangent. Yeah, that was my tangent.
Now, see, I'll challenge that, though. I doubt the school's biggest esport, though, is Smash. It's probably like Fortnite or Valorant. But the people who show up for the class, because the other thing too is Smash is still a game that can be more fun in person, whereas like, you know, they might have a Valorant club that's saying there's like, I'll just see you on in 20 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
It's different to LAN. Like Smash is still, and I think always will be way more fun in LAN. I think that goes for like any fighting game. But whereas like Fortnite and stuff,
spin,
it'd just be like, yeah, bro, I just got home. My mom wants me to wash the dishes, but then I'll be online. Like that's.
But then it's also like if you want to set up a Call of Duty lane, you gotta bring 8 Xboxes, 8 TVs. Like and you gotta.
That ain't happening.
Okay, but that's back to like our dream team meetup. Yeah, so I'm gonna go some of the days. They were cool, and I got my shit pushed in, so I'm gonna bring my Kirby right next time.
Ain't gonna see it coming.
But I don't know, dude. I think conventions are a great place to meet people because then, like, you're just there on a floor enjoying things similar. I think conventions are great. Like some sort of convention, I guess.
I'm trying to think. In this perfect world, everyone's got pizza, and I'm everywhere all at once. Because the thing that would make me anxious, and does whenever I'm hosting things, whatever, is everyone having a good time. I can't help but people please. I'm working on it. But that's always my thing, where it's like, why is that person not talking as much? What's up? How do I make that better for them?
Yeah, how do I make that first?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't. That's not my problem, but I make it my problem. So now, throw in, there's a couple thousand people who all want to talk to me. I feel bad at conventions when it's like, hey, hi, how are you? Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, you're there? Okay, cool. Next, you know, I can't do that. So in
we're not wired that way. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just projections of me so that everyone can spend equal time, and it's not like that would be my thing, because that would be my problem. Is like the unfortunate part too is like at those meetings, for instance, the extroverts are the one who get the more time because they're more on. They're like, yeah, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna go talk to them. Oh, I'm trying. Dude, what are you doing? Come over here. And then they like inadvertently hog more time. But those are the people. Like, it's hard because all the other people they are more shy and they don't want to do it, and it's hard to pull everybody in. So yeah, in the perfect world, we all got pizza, and there's projections of us everywhere.
We all got pizza,
so that you can hang.
What about you, Mr. Westlow?
I do like the concept of conventions because it's like I don't want to be like the only group there that people go for, because then I feel like there's so much pressure on you. But so like with conventions, it's like, oh, there's a bunch of people here that they want to see. So
yeah, that's why it'd be like, oh, these thousands of people are here for just us. Oh god.
I think it would be good if we ever did like a full like everyone from the dream team, then that would be, you know, we could do that because we have so many people part of the group now. And I feel like that would work because it'd basically be like a mini convention, right? You have so many different people like, I mean, at this point, like a dozen people that people are there for. So it's, and plus, like, if we had Dado there, like that's a whole convention on its own. So yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, if we did like a whole dream team thing, I feel like at an arcade would be sick, where everyone's just playing games and shit. Pizza party. Oh my god, we need to hold a convention at Chuck E. Cheese or Peter Piper Pizza. Holy shit, that would be lit. Okay, but yeah, that's my 2 cents.
G Money. What's up, guys? My question is for Fruit. Have you ever considered competing in bodybuilding? I know you said that things have slowed down in the gym recently, but do you ever think you could consider it getting your back on the grind? They do a lot of natural shows, so I think you do really well. P.S. Love you guys. You've helped me get through a lot of hard times and love y'all. Well, thanks, G Money. What does a natural competition mean?
Natty, like no steroids and stuff. Because that's the funny thing. They have normal bodybuilding competitions, and then they have natty competitions. Because it's kind of just assumed everybody's on something nice, right?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Is you can do a natural one where it's supposed to be
I see.
like minimal. It's not all supplements, but stuff like PEDs and whatnot. Probably not. Simply because I wouldn't want it to ruin why I go to the gym. If like I set a specific goal and then like the goal's done, maybe now I lose my drive. I don't know. Secondly, I'd have to go pretty big on weight, and I'm not big on that. I already haven't. Like, it's one of those like the drug thing. Like I already have enough wrong with my body. And, like lifting heavy is just asking for something else to go wrong. So like hitting the real big stuff, especially training with my dad and seeing like how some of it's done, I wouldn't want to do that. And also, I wouldn't be able to do the food. I tried it for like a month.
Couldn't do it.
No. So I don't think I think it comes down. I just don't have the discipline for it. I don't want it enough to be able to compete. I mean, I could go now. I ain't winning nothing or even getting anything, right? I'm probably the dead last, but yeah. I just don't have that. I don't got that dog in me for it.
DJ Lightning. Hey guys. Got a review and question combo here. I've listened to almost 4 years worth of podcasts in the past 6 months while pushing through my freshman year of college, and it's been such a fun adventure to learn about you guys, to get to learn you a little bit. From Fruit getting married, Rob's cat dad adventures, and Blue's 3-year obsession with Final Fantasy XIV. You guys have gotten me through a lot of shit, and I'm starting my adult life. Y'all are a great group of people, and I'm so grateful for your guys' dedication to the podcast. 100-star rating. Thanks, man. That's what it's all about. I always think about that, like the people that find a random episode of GG over Easy and then go like, oh, like I'll start from the very beginning, and are like on episode 62 right now or something like that. You know what I mean? That's what I like. That's what I think about a lot. Now for the question. What do y'all think about the 6th season of My Hero Academia? It's now my number 1 anime, and the last few episodes had me crying like a baby. I have not finished it. I think I had no spoilers.
No, you want Claire and I started watching a
no.
couple. I'm still in the League of Villains. Like the beginning.
Oh, so like My Hero League of Villains. It's like my Villain Academia type of intro and stuff.
Yeah, like I think like we just maybe got there. I'm behind. So
yeah.
Okay, I got definitely
no. It's awesome. Get to the. I haven't even finished it though. I still have like 3 episodes left.
I can tell you. Maybe you'll remember where this is.
Okay.
The last episode we saw was with the corgi. You know what I'm talking about. And it was sad. And I was upset.
I actually don't know. Maybe this is something that kind of fell through the cracks with me.
It's seared in my brain. So you probably look it up. Yeah, you'll be able to see a picture or something. It should give you enough context.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
was upset
Shigaraki.
I was upset about that one. I was like, bro, the rest of them, that's fine, but the corgi, bro.
Yeah, I remember that now. Because I was like, corgi. Because but then it's like a flashback, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's really awesome. I really like it. I haven't finished it yet though. I have like 3 or 4 episodes left.
Yeah, Claire brought up this question when we were watching it. What's his name? The dude. Shigaraki. Why doesn't he have paws on his body? He has the hands of everybody else. Of the loved ones that he. So why doesn't he have paws? He has everybody else's hands from that day. That's all I'm saying. Where are the paws, bro? It's a good point.
That is a good point.
But you didn't care about it? Wow.
But yeah, start watching it. Did you watch it, Blue, at all? I know you're not the biggest My Hero guy, though.
I haven't. I've definitely fallen out of the My Hero fandom, but I do need to finish out the season though. I fell off around halfway through the season.
I have watched season 1 or episode 1 and 2 of the new Demon Slayer season though. Let's go.
Oh, if I saw the movie,
I
saw the first episode.
Episode 2's out, and I think episode 3 comes out either today or soon.
Okay. Fenrir, hey guys, seeing as there's a free fly week from the 13th through the 20th, okay, no longer.
Oh yeah.
Star Citizen, I was wondering what your guys' thoughts of the games or have heard of it before. The most recent patch 3.18 added a new feature that is new tech to the whole new gaming scene. I've been bugging Fruit for a long time about it, sorry about that, and wanted to see if the whole crew thought of it. Personally, I really do enjoy the game, as annoying as the bugs get. Question is a courtesy for Journey Alice. I'm wondering as well, though, so I thought it was poignant.
Well, I've talked about it a little bit on stream. Arius and I are actually planning on playing it whenever we get some more time. Because it looks fun for what it is, and I think like playing with Arius and stuff would be fun. Parts of the game look really cool. In theory, it looks fun. But I know still a long way. Like they've made a lot of progress, but it's also still just worrying. Like, what are they like? Over 10 years now. Still an alpha. And like all their dates. Anytime they set like a milestone, they have some sort of a roadmap. It's always like half a year to a year late, or if not more. So it's just like, is this ever gonna? Where is this? At what point is there like unyielding faith that this will happen? And it's not just a never-ending tech demo. Because like also Rogue Squadron was that Rogue Squadron for Squadron 34? I don't know. There's some game back when they crowdfunded as well that they were going to make. It was a single-player game. They even had, like, they touted they had Mark Hamill. They had him act it, and they mocapped him and all that stuff. Nothing. Heard nothing about it. And again, how long has it been? Like a decade or something. So just worrying, like, do I want to get invested in a game where more likely than not it's going to hurt me, But at the very least, I'm going to try it and see if it's fun. But I'll probably keep it at arm's bay until for certain that, it has a bright future.
Blue, do you plan on playing?
Sorry.
Take that as a no.
Sorry, I'm just thinking, like, because...
Oh. I was like, because I'm not. I don't even know what it is.
I don't know. Like, the concept is cool, but I'm in the same boat as Fruit. It's like, it's been so long. It's all I ever see is like, oh, it's alpha, it's alpha, it's alpha. And like every time I watch it, I'm like, this looks pretty, but like, what do you do? Like, I don't understand what the gameplay loop is besides it's cool. And yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it's one of those games you look at and you're like, does this actually exist, or is this just like, are people just fucking with me? Like, so I don't know.
Well, I'll be able to report back to you when I finally.
Yeah, maybe I'll wait for Fruit's review because I just don't know.
That is the one reason, though, why recently I was interested, because that is what they've been doing. I know in the past couple updates is adding some core gameplay loops. Right now, it's just they don't have a ton, but like one of them is raiding. You're able to like take contraband, haul it on your ship, bring it back to like sell it, and then in between that is obviously fighting other people or raiding outposts. And like seeing videos on that, and it looks cool. But like right now, I think that like that is a complaint. Is like aside from that, and there's like sort of I don't know too much about it. If you get captured or whatever, or if you die, you wake up essentially in prison, and then you have to either work out of prison or like escape prison. And I think the way you like work out of it, I think is like you become sort of a bounty hunter, and you now have to go kill down the people with like big bounties, or you trying to like escape or something. They're working that out. And they've added ship boarding. So now you can like board other people in space or on planet after you can like incapacitate the ship, not kill them, to try and like just like that. Maybe they have contraband. Go on. And then there's the whole fight, blah, blah, blah. So that's when I was like, okay, well, it looks like there's actually like some stuff there, some combat that looks pretty cool. So I'll try that bit. But I like that's my worry even before even playing it is the same. Where it's like, okay, but like, how many times can I do that? Where it seems like, because like, okay, that's cool. Can't wait for the next thing. But when is that? Like, gonna be 3 years from now? Certainly not next month. But like, well, they said they're gonna add this. Okay, well, that means nothing. When is it coming?
I lost the little room. Oh, there we go. Next question here is from Absolutely. Says, hey y'all, I'm planning on staying and campaigning a couple of my buddies, and I'm reminding me of when y'all talked about a Dream Team D&D campaign. Are there any plans for that anymore?
Maybe one day. Hard to set up,
I
especially
would love
nowadays.
to.
It would be real hard though. It depends on who we would DM or campaign with. Hard to get everybody, but it'd be fun.
We've always wanted to. It's just like we've always wanted to do it with Dado, but like our and Dado's schedule just rarely lines up to work. So
One like Data said too, like his main problem with it as well was like back in the day when we did it, we could only meet so many times, and it was only for like 2 hours. Like you can only get so much out of it if you're only able to like piecemeal it. So we never figured out it'd be fun. For whatever reason, I was actually just today, actually it's weird, remembering when a shark rode the spider. I was thinking back to that moment, I was like, that was wild.
He's like, I want to ride the spider, and Dad was like, roll animal companion.
Yeah, we were.
Like,
it was like
rolled a 20.
It was the end of our campaign for when we were playing. Final boss in this cave, fighting spiders among other things, and for whatever reason, Shark goes, "I want to ride the spider." I was like, "What?" Yeah, like let me ride the spider. So Dad was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Roll, and he rolls and gets a critical. And Dad is just like, okay. You ride the spider. Like you get on top of the spider. What do you want to do? And then eventually it's like he's on the ceiling and he's on the spider, but the spider isn't listening, so he's trying to like throw him off. Meanwhile, we're all fighting the boss. And for whatever reason, Shark's like, I want to ride the spider. I think we ended up winning, but as you can imagine, Shark was not the most useful that fight, but it was hilarious. Because Dada was like, I wasn't going to give that to you unless you crit, unless you hit the 20.
Yeah, that
and then
was
he's like, oh
content.
God, what do I do? Yeah. Moments like that are best.
Fluffy, as far as New World goes, y'all being Fruit and Rob, be interested in coming back for 10-man rating in July. If I have to do minimal leveling, yeah, sure. I'll try it out. If you guys need a healer.
Healing. I mean, I'm always down to go back and dip in and out. The new season stuff looked cool. The problem is just right now, like the problem with the game, like New World, is I can't commit enough time to keep up with it. Especially like gear score. I'm so far behind. I don't have like any. It's always tough where it's like if I dive in, it's like it's little pockets of time, and then I'm in or I'm out.
Brandon says, "Hey guys, long time listener, first time questioner. I know that you guys talk about the NFL and the NBA from time to time, but is there any interest in the NHL, especially with hockey and playoffs starting up? Thank you guys for all you do." Yeah, it's never like the Avs won it last year.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. No.
The Avs won it last year, and I think Christian and I could like care less.
Yeah, they're like, someone's like, "Did you hear like the Avs?" I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." Nice.
Yeah, like that's
just
never
something.
Yeah. I don't know. It was never on in my house. Like
Same.
My dad was never a fan of it. My dad's from Colombia, so like it was soccer. He loved NFL football though. So like it was those two. Like I don't like baseball.
I don't know.
Hockey, no thank you.
For me, it's pretty much just football because all we watch.
I'll take hockey if it's USA versus like Russia, Canada. Don't ask me why. That's where just like the American part of me comes out. Because I'm a Patriot first, American second. So gotta watch those games. Chimp Simp again says, "Hey, y'all, my question this time is a lot easier. What are some of your favorite childhood meals that your parents would make for you?" I think we've answered this kinda. My dad just made really good enchiladas, which is something we always remember.
My mom always made penne pasta with like homemade marinara sauce, and then would always have caprese on the side. You'd like cut up the mozzarella and tomatoes. Nothing like revolutionary, and in fact, I made it myself once. I was like, "Hey, Mom, can I have it?" It's super easy. Really not much to it. But we love pasta in the house. I love caprese. And it's probably the one we got the most frequent. And it was always just the best. Everybody enjoyed it. Yummy. Yeah.
Mr. Westlow?
Pretty much always my mom would make like this absolutely banger Mexican rice. For those who don't know, Mexican rice basically like a bunch of spices, sometimes some chicken, a bunch of tomatoes, a lot of tomato sauce. It's I don't know, it just does it. Just some good warm Mexican rice with some chicken.
Question here again from Space. It says you have to fight a wolf barehanded and beat it, but you can choose what biome to fight in. Forest, desert, or ocean. What biome do you choose?
I lose.
I think ocean. No way. You go ocean, take it down, and like we're going down. Who can hold their breath the longest? And I think me.
I feel like in the ocean we have the best chance.
Yeah, that's the only chance.
We're both fucked.
The only chance is because it's not an adept swimmer.
This is like when I'm grabbing here, this is like as if like this is its torso, so it's not being able to bite me, but it's trying.
Here, hold. Well,
and then I go.
Let's dissect this. Okay.
Okay.
When does the fight start? How far away are we? Is it in like an arena?
Let's say we're in an ocean. We've agreed ocean. Okay. So that's at least 30 feet of water under us. Let's just agree to that.
Okay.
And we're starting like 5 feet away, so 10 feet away from each other, and we can swim towards each other.
Okay, then we're boned. Because then the answer is desert. Because we do have endurance. If we start far enough away, all we got to do is marathon run. They'll dehydrate first. more than likely than not, they're going to tire themselves out and overheat. But we have to get away first. So, like,
you're
if we're
fighting for
10
2
feet away,
days?
the sprint, yeah, we're done. It wouldn't even be 2
Dead.
days.
Look at
Wouldn't
it.
be
It's
2
struggling right now. Look, it's struggling. I'm holding it down. All right, ready? Okay, ready?
There you go. Wow, you got it. That's incredible. He's still going. Let him cook.
I want you to know I'm holding my breath while I'm doing this.
No, I assumed. I assumed that this is a movie, like a movie situation.
That was me breaking its
No, yeah, I
neck.
saw that. Yeah, that came I think you did great. Hey, GZ on the win, Rob. GZ.
Way easier than 3 days. Ocean, drag it down, snap its neck. Moving on.
What are we fighting again?
A wolf.
A wolf. Okay. Sure.
It doesn't know how to swim, dude. Just drag that thing down by its hind legs.
Sure. I
Goon
mean,
King.
again, if we're gonna win, I'm saying it's on. It is in water. That's.
How do you guys play games with your group of friends and not have it become toxic? Because my friend group has issues, especially with League, where it becomes constant blaming and complaining, and it gets to the boiling point. That's just gaming with the boys. What you mean? Like,
the secret is to play a game but not full stack, and then it doesn't matter how the homies are doing. It's the rando's fault.
True.
That's what it's always is.
Also,
somebody's
like,
feeding their minds out, bro. It's okay. It's that other dude's fault, bro.
It's the random's fault, bro.
Yeah, is he 12-0 and killing it? Yeah, it's his fault, bro. He's not playing around the team. Selfish. He didn't give it those kills over, bro.
He's 12-0, selfish.
Selfish, bro.
I think one, people need to grow up, and two, like, everyone has different expectations going into games. So, like, if some people are like there to sweat and like go hard, maybe it's not like the average friend group to do it with. Like, go find like some sweats to stack with that you found in game or something if you want to sweat. And if you want to just play the game casually, like, you have to understand, like, hey, bro, like, we're not pros. Like, if you're gonna play with the homies, it's probably gonna be a feed fest every once in a while, you know. So people got to have expectations set. They can't have you can't thrust your expectations on other people if you want something. And yeah, I mean, be grown ass adults, big guy. I believe in you.
Zoes says, hey guys, just wanted to say thanks for the advice about the whole gym thing. I want to let you guys know I went to the gym earlier this week and it's been fun. Met some cool people and everyone keeps in themselves, so I don't feel like people are watching me. But here's my question. Have you guys watched any Presidents Play game vids on YouTube? They're honestly the best, and the insults between Biden and Trump are S tier.
Here we go. Rob,
Absolutely.
take it away.
Yeah, we love them. I mean, but like I haven't watched any like very recently. I feel like
I feel like they're just not churning out as many.
Yeah. I haven't watched any, but I haven't been really looking for it. I'm in NBA playoff mode where right now every day there's a new NBA playoff game at night, and I'm just watching.
And soon enough, it's NFL draft mode. So
yeah, that's
busy.
next week.
Yeah, but yeah, the ones we do see, we love.
Mies says, hope you're all doing well and living to the fullest. With everything going on in the esport, especially Smash, what do you guys think will ultimately be the future of the Smash scene? Will it rise or will it go down to a smaller niche? Eat, pray, love. I'm not familiar with what's going on in the esport world of Smash.
Yeah, I'll say there's really nowhere down. I think
how do you go lower than where we're already at?
Yeah,
we've been rock bottom the whole time, baby.
There's no official support. Never really has been. All grassroots. Some of them, like the summit, dissolving is rough. Like there is, but like it's not a huge difference. It's still pretty much all gonna be grassroots run, all player run, and Smash players and fans do be pretty diehard. There's like. It's one of those things where, for the most part, like, those players and fans, they don't go elsewhere. There's not like, I like Smash. Oh, I can get my Smash fix here. No, like, it's Smash. So I don't think it'll really get smaller. I think it'll get bigger. Historically, it just gets stepped on by everything, and I don't see that changing. Beaten around, bruised, bullied, but they keep fighting, and that's what makes it more interesting.
We'll do these last three super quick. Jaffe, I think this has been asked before, but who's been your favorite guest star on the podcast? I still like going back to the first Fruit Summit podcast and seeing verses and you guys talk about Pokemon. Rob Steelix is one of my favorite moments.
Steelix.
I love all the guests. I my favorite guest appearance is pretty much always when we're with the homies. Whenever it's like Fruit Summit, whenever we like got to sit down and talk, it's always more fun because we get to, I don't know, just be physically with our buds.
I mean, definitely like the ones we've done in person with the buds is the best. I think of like the guest episodes. Let me do a quick look.
I had fun with Mosh and Taj. He's always super cool and super funny.
I think like ones that were more like we gotta learn, like they taught me something or taught us something, because those are
Roman,
the
that's probably the one now that I
Roman.
think about it. That was a good one.
Because those are the podcasts I like to listen to. So when they're sitting there sharing their knowledge, that's always fun.
Lumberlord, have you guys ever had a hobby that you wanted to pursue, but the barrier to entry was a little too steep / intimidating for you to dive into? Building keyboards, I think. I just feel like I'm not smart enough or handy enough to know how to do all those things.
Probably a couple, but the first one that comes to mind is the Warhammer figurines and all that stuff.
I think the biggest thing for me is anytime I want to, like, I always want to start playing a TCG game. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, I kind of want to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh, or like I want to try out Magic, and then like I see the deck list price, and I'm just like, you know what?
I'm good.
I'll stick to Pokemon.
On second thought, which is also why
Yeah.
I think I was also thinking about that today, where like the VGC is bigger because, well, more people play the video game. Easier to get to, but that is the ease. There's technically no price aside from the box price of the game. You can just make your own team. You can train your own team.
Exactly.
You don't need to buy cards, blah blah blah. And then just like that, like you can play the game competitively online in the game pretty easily. TCG for the longest time didn't even have something, and then we eventually got the TCG game, which is rough. I think it's all those things. It's just like it's a much easier barrier of entry, or less barrier of entry for like the video game and stuff. So it'll always be bigger and whatnot. Even if I prefer like TCGs.
Did you answer, Blue?
Yeah, TCG.
Okay. To Piv with the last question says, any chance for a dream team poker / gambling night?
That'd be fun. I think that'd be fun. Maybe not real money because I'm poor, but
No.
We could do something at like the Fruit Summit or something like that in the future where I could figure out how to set up we talked about like setting up like a table for like tabletop games where it's like we could have like a room in there where like we just stream on Christian's channel or something like that, and whoever wants to go and play poker on stream or something can go and do that if they want or something. But I don't think like I mean Christian, I don't really know if you play Texas Hold'em or like what kind of
The
poker
only
you
games
know how
I
to
could
play.
play would be Jackbox and Hold'em. Which I said Jackbox.
Yeah, I was
Blackjack.
like, one more time.
Blackjack and Hold'em are what I know.
Okay. And Blue, do you know how to play Texas Hold'em or like
dude,
any sort of card game?
roughly. I'm gonna need a refresher when I go back
Okay.
in, but I'd be down.
I would figure Dado would be familiar with it, and maybe Danielle. Joey and Ruben, no chance.
Yeah, probably not.
Shark,
Maybe Blackjack.
no chance.
Yeah, but then again, no. Shark.
Bless if he comes, if we ever have one again. I figure he may know how to play.
We get him 10 Yinglings in and sheesh.
But yeah, I think that'd be kind of fun. Because I love poker. I think it's a lot of fun.
I love the idea of it.
But you know what I don't love is having to end the podcast.
No.
I know. It's always our least favorite part of the podcast.
I get it. Hey, you're exhausted after 1v1 in the Wolf. I get it.
Yeah.
You deserve a break. Right? That was incredible. Jeezy on the win.
Right.
Wish me luck in the
behind me,
desert next
isn't it?
week. The matchup we've all been waiting for. Thank you everybody for watching and listening, supporting us on the podcast. Hope you're all having a great week and life. We will talk to you guys next week. Farewell.